Did you miss me? It's been a while. There we go, going live. So we're live. And if you want to join and interact with me on, let's see, make sure. If you want to join and interact with me on the website, you can go to katherinemcintosh.com, I believe. Let me make sure I'm giving you the right URL. So welcome, everybody. I believe it's connect, because then you'll see me live. Yes, there we go. So, for those of you that are joining on social media, welcome. If you would like to interact, ask questions, be live, you can go to katherinemcintosh.com/connect and you can connect here. So, I'm not able to interact as much, but maybe we can interact a little bit on Facebook. So, if you're there, welcome, welcome. So, I wanted to do a live video. I haven't done one in a long time. I've been busy creating, being in Aspen, traveling, and really going through my own just journey. And so, oh, of course, a giant truck is going by my window. But basically, in this journey, so about a year and a half ago, I started experiencing perimenopause symptoms. So hot flashes, which I didn't mind and I still don't mind. And they don't come very often, but I do have those hot flashes once in a while. But what was concerning to me was all of a sudden I lost control of my body and I had no idea what to do. And I've been resourced for the last 10 years, for the last decade of being able to know what to do with my body. If my body is off, if I start gaining weight, if I start getting lethargic, I knew what to do. When these hormonal symptoms appeared, I didn't know what to do. And I was having like crazy mood swings. I was feeling really irrational. I didn't feel like myself. I felt sort of like kind of out of it. And, the worst part for me is that I couldn't be as active as I was used to. And so I had to switch it up. So for a year, I tried the normal things, right? The normal things that we all try when we go through change. And I had a giant toolbox of tools to use to be able to get myself out of this. I am an intuitive consultant and I help people when they have challenges, whether it's business challenges or body challenges or relationship challenges or just life challenges in general. And so I know exactly what to do when it's my clients. I got stuck. And, all the normal methods of trying to change my hormones, to going to go see a doctor, doing cleanses, trying to like clean things out, none of it worked. And I was still really, really struggling. And the part for me that was the hardest was just the emotional ups and downs, the not feeling like myself, the not being able to move my body. I could barely even go on a walk. And the last 4 months, I sort of got curious. I started doing research and I started to acknowledge that I needed a life change. And so I made that life change. And in the process, hi everybody. In the process, I also was able to find some new tools and create some new things for myself that allowed me to break through this challenge with my body that I was having. And it's stuff I've never done before. It's stuff I've never used before, but it was really eye-opening, and I'm still doing it every day. And it's totally not what I would have expected. And my body's transforming back to me feeling like myself again. So I'm able to exercise. I'm just doing it different. I'm able to have my energy back. I'm just taking more care of myself and doing different things. And so I've had a lot of people reach out. I've seen people go through a lot of stuff. And so if you're here, it's probably because you've had some sort of a shift in your life, or is because you've been frustrated in trying to crack the code on your body. And so that means that you might feel frustrated, you might feel lethargic, you might feel depressed, you feel like you always want to lose 5 or 10 or 15 pounds. And no matter what diet or program or coaching you choose, you can't quite see the results long term. And so I kind of had this aha today, and it was that doing external results, right, won't get you internal feelings. Okay. So a lot of people want to lose weight because they want to feel better. But feeling better doesn't come from external circumstances. Like buying a car or getting married doesn't guarantee a lifetime of happiness. And so going on a diet doesn't guarantee a lifetime of feeling good in your body. What does guarantee a lifetime of feeling good in your body? What does guarantee feeling euphoric and alive and connected and engaged and excited about your life is switching this internal game. And so I created this sort of body shift awakening or body awakening shift. I don't know what I'm called, body shift awakening. And what's happening in that is this aliveness that I really missed. I missed it for a year, maybe a year and a half. But now it's come back and it is so exhilarating. And so if you're somebody who really struggles to connect with your body, maybe you're like me and you're hitting that age where your hormones start changing and you start feeling irritable or getting depressed or feeling erratic and emotional, or like even I was starting to have panic attacks and it wasn't making any sense to me because I'm really connected most of the time. And so this body awakening shift that I created, I'm basically doing a 5-day breakthrough body challenge. And I want to invite you, if you're somebody who has struggled to stay connected to their body, if somebody who struggled to understand what your body's communicating, the body breaks down not to make your life worse. The body breaks down to help you elevate your energy. And I know that sounds crazy, but every time my body's broken down, it's because I wasn't listening to the shifts I needed to make. Even in perimenopause, I wasn't listening. And when I started listening and making these subtle changes that I started making, so drinking 2 glasses of water in the morning, I started going on walks instead of running. I started to do somatic exercises for myself and I created a video for those exercises, right? And I started journaling. I started to look at what expands my energy on a daily basis and what am I currently doing that is actually used to expand my energy but is now contracting my energy. It's now not feeling so exhilarating. And so I had to make some life changes. So if you're somebody who's on the brink of needing to make some life changes, I want to invite you to this 5-day breakthrough body challenge. And we start on Wednesday. So in just a couple days from today, you can join anytime throughout the challenge, but why not join before the challenge starts? Why not join and get access to amazing content where you could also, if you continue on, you can also get live coaching with me and just some really great stuff. But I wanted to share these new tools that I've been using for the last like 4 months. And it is making a giant transformation in my life. And the people that I've been sharing this with have also seen gigantic shifts in their energy, in their life purpose, in their business, in their money flows. And so, one of the biggest things and the biggest misnomers that if we change, then we'll be happy. But that never happens. Have you ever noticed? Have you ever tried to change thinking it'll make you happy and it doesn't? If only your partner would change, then it will make you happy. If only you had more money, that'll make you happy. If only. And that's the biggest lie. So if only you could lose 5 pounds, it isn't about the 5 pounds. It's about what the 5 pounds represents, right? So you want to ask yourself these questions. Why? Why do you want to lose the weight? If you wanna lose the weight for vain reasons, I love you, I adore you, you're never gonna lose the weight if it's only for vain reasons. But if you have a reason that you can connect to that gets you out of bed in the morning, then you will start to make subtle shifts, not out of judgment, not out of needing to look different, but out of needing to feel different about you. And the more you start to shift internally, feeling different about you, you will have a life shift. You will have a body shift. You will have some sort of transformation that will literally like open your eyes to a whole new world. And so, if you're interested and if you'd like it and you're listening on any of these channels, you can go to katherinemcintosh.com/body dash breakthrough, right? And so if you think about it, why do you think you've struggled? Do you think you've struggled because you don't have motivation? Do you think you've struggled because you don't want it? Do you think you've struggled because you're big boned or you have a slow metabolism? No, most of us struggle because we have trapped traumas in our bodies and we're functioning in a fight or flight response. And I actually did a radio show today. And if you guys go to my Facebook page, Katherine McIntosh, it's my business Facebook page. It's called Creating a Business Body and Life You Love. And I did a radio show today all on a breakthrough. And I did a on the second half of the show, I walk a woman through someone who actually has the opposite problem. She has trouble gaining weight. And what happened was when she, about 3 years ago, she went through a breakup, and that breakup was quite traumatic. And since that breakup, her body has been in fight or flight. And so when our bodies are in fight or flight and we're eating food, the body does not digest the food. So, depending on how you're programmed, you'll either keep the weight on or keep the weight off, and you won't be able to gain any weight. And so it's about addressing the nervous system and being able to resource the nervous system because a lot of us, without even knowing it, are functioning from high cortisol, imbalanced hormones, and an imbalanced nervous system. And when we balance those three things out from a totally different way than you've ever experienced before, I promise. And if you're listening and you're like, Catherine, I've done your courses. Well, you haven't done this one. And this one literally is completely different. In the last 4 months, I've developed new tools. I've done a bunch of research. I've borrowed stuff from other people. I've sort of just like implemented a lot of things in my own. And I also incorporated stuff from my past that I haven't used in a really long time. So I have a somatic psychology background, sort of like connecting the mind and body together, connecting the spirit so that you feel like a whole being again. And when you feel like a whole being, you make different life choices. You make different food choices. You make different business choices. You make different body choices. And all of those can lead to you having a breakthrough. A breakthrough where you feel free, where you don't struggle, where you feel more connected to you, and where you wake up knowing what you can do to make the shift you're looking for. Right? So, about 4 months ago, when this all started, I started eating plant-based, not because I wanted to lose weight, but because accidentally I spent 4 days with some of my closest friends, and they happened to be vegan. Love you both. And we basically ate vegan for 4 days. We were in their house, no meat, no dairy, no eggs allowed. And at the end of those 4 days, I was driving home going, "Wow, I feel fantastic. This is crazy. My joints aren't hurting. I don't feel like in my emotional ups and downs." And so, many people go, "Well, Catherine, how is this different than any other program I've done?" It's 5 days. It will cost you less than what it costs to buy a Starbucks every day for a week. And what you will get out of it is a life change, is tools that you can take with you and adopt and adapt into your business, your body, your relationships, your parenting, your finances. Because what I know is that when we don't feel good in our own skin, and I spent a year ago not feeling good in my own skin for the first time in a decade, and it shocked me. It took me through a loop. I went through a level of depression, all this stuff that I was not expecting to experience ever in my life again. But life happens, and the universe throws us sort of moments in time to elevate us to a new awakening, to evolve who we are. And so, if you would like access to these tools, I'm doing 5 days, a challenge where you're going to be given these tools, some homework to do. You'll be able to sort of incorporate them. I'm also giving a book away a day. So my book Don't Diet Be Happy that I wrote with some information that you can take with you, some great questions to ask, and some really well-known people have read this book and watch their body have massive transformation. And so, but this challenge is totally different than what's in the book. This challenge is something that I've never done before. And so if you're like, Katherine, I've done your courses before, you haven't done this one. And if you're out there going, well, but how is this different? It's different because I'm not going to give you an external guide. We're going to give you an internal guide. And yes, you're going to be given tools to help increase your ability to cultivate and elevate your internal energy so your digestion improves, so you have more energy, so you have better sleep, so you wake up feeling energized. So even if you're having a bad day, you'll know what to do, because most times we have a bad day. And if you can relate, thumbs up, hallelujah. We have a bad day because we're expecting not to, right? We're expecting not to, and we put these expectations on how we should feel, how we should think, how where we should be in our lives by now. And expectation can really destroy your internal peace. And so when you find internal peace, you will discover that there is a world of possibilities awaiting for you in your body, awaiting for you to have the freedom, to have more energy, to feel connected, to finally take that risk you've always wanted to take, to wake up and put on your clothes and feel energized and excited. And this isn't about fitting into clothes that don't make you feel good. This is about changing your habits and behaviors. And I created this body shift awakening to give you the shift. Now, I don't know what shift that is. I don't have the answer for you, but you will discover what that answer is for you. And I'm not holding back in this challenge. As always, people who come to my classes, they're like, Katherine, you always over deliver. Unfortunately, I do. And so you are invited to join this challenge to see if it's something that would contribute to you, because you never know. You never know what could be possible for you if you let yourself have the mind, body, energy that you've always desired. And so I want to invite you to join me, katherinemcintosh.com/body dash breakthrough. If you're following on social media channels, I will try and put it in the channel for you. So welcome everybody. So glad to have you here. So ready? Let's try and do it. Loud typing noise ensues. So it's just katherinemcintosh.com/body dash breakthrough. And this is designed to help you have the breakthrough you've always wanted, you've always desired, to really, truly give you what you desire. Because, my friends, life's too short. It really is. Life is too short. So here we go. I'm typing in the other Life is too short because the purpose of life is to live, to find joy, to really and here's the deal, and this is what I've discovered in the last 4 months particularly, but in the last year and a half as I went through this, right? I realized that what was really important was being so in love with myself. We're not taught to fall in love with ourselves. We're taught to fall in love with others. We're taught to fall in love with our job or our business or, our community but when you fall in love with yourself, you'll no longer seek and need the external validation. And when you don't need it, guess what? Change happens. So when you don't need to lose weight, your body loses weight. When you don't need a relationship, the relationship comes finds you, right? When you don't need money, money flows to you in amazing and miraculous ways. And so this is about a breakthrough for you to truly have the freedom that you desire in your body because your body is brilliant, is amazing, is beautiful. And I think it's time we change the conversation about how to change our bodies because we've been changing our bodies through all these external means that don't necessarily lead to internal peace, to internal self love, to knowing at our core that no matter what, you are enough. You're not wrong. And by the way, if you're still here, it's not your fault that you haven't been able to change your body. I'm going to say that one more time because some of you might have decided or believed that it's your fault. It's not your fault that you haven't been able to change your body. Would you like me to say that one more time? It's not your fault you haven't been able to lose weight. It's not your fault, right? But it is your responsibility if you want to see change to make different choices, not just the external, but the internal of how you wake up every day. And, it's a shift. It's an internal shift that needs to happen to help you awaken. And I promise you, it actually can be quite easy. But here's the deal, it's not about looking for the quick fix. This is a long term solution because you're in a long term relationship with your body. And if you're looking at your body as a short term relationship that never goes away, right? Then it's time to discover what could actually be possible if you choose to break through. So I just wanted to invite all of you. If this sounds like something that you're down for, please share this video with anyone that it relates to. If you're catching this after the fact, you can go to my website, katherinemcintosh.com/connect, and you can see this live video up, and you'll also be able to click the link to be able to check out the Breakthrough Body Challenge 5 days for less than what it would cost to buy coffee for a week. And so, we've tried it all. I'm sure if you're here and you're still listening, you've tried it all. You've tried the change, you've tried the diets, you've tried the exercise, but something still feels like it's missing. I know how it feels. I've been there. I was there for 20 years. And when I finally broke free, I thought that was the end and then I'd never have to struggle again. Well, menopause and perimenopause hit and hormone changes and life changes hit. And I had to do and sort of look at life really differently. So I want to invite you to consider perhaps it's time for you to look at your body, your life, and your living differently. And if that sounds like something that would be fun, then I will see you on the inside in just a few days. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.